Hello, my name is Christina and I love chickens, and welcome to my channel. Alright, so today I want to take you on a tour of my chicken coop and the run that my husband built for me. It's been kind of a work in progress. We have chickens fighting in the background. But like I said, it's been a work in progress. We're going on 2 years now with this coop, and there are things that we found that we tried out that worked great, and then other things that I'm like, hey, you know what, I want to change this for whatever reason, like the floor in the coop. We've had to replace that. This is going to be the third time now that I'm changing it and making it something different. But yeah. Alright guys, so we're going out to the coop and I'm going to show you what we're working with right now.
But before we do that, I wanted to mention that we are getting a pool and it's being dug out. Well, it's already been dug out, but here's all the dirt from the project, which is a blessing because as you can see, it's really a step down to our whole coop and run area from kind of, the area up by our pool. So we will be adding a lot more dirt, which means that we have to raise up the coop and the run. So that's kind of the next project for Chicken World. But so a little bit of a pro tip, if you're looking to build a coop or run or just a place in your yard or property to put the chicken coop, make sure it's in a place where it doesn't flood and where your babies can stay nice and dry, because down here in Florida, especially during rainy season and hurricane season, it floods. Okay, so here's what it looks like today, and I will in a couple seconds take you back and show you the different stages of construction. We are going to be adding on from here in a pen for the chocolate, the showgirls, and the mottled that are currently in the grow out pen right now. And speaking of the mottled and the showgirls, here are some of the mottled satins that I am working on. They're growing up. And then with the showgirls, they can be a little bit tricky because you want to make sure you don't get a stripper. If you breed a showgirl to a showgirl, you'll get a stripper.
Alrighty, so here's what I'm talking about with the showgirls. This guy is a rooster. He is very pretty though, but as you can tell, his neck, so he has this kind of like bow tie area right here. A stripper will have a fully exposed neck. But the showgirls will have kind of like I said, like a little bow tie, so it's really cool. And we also know he's a roux because of his, he has literally, I call it like a little mullet or a comb over, but he has those streamers in the back of his head. A female will just have the little pom-pom area. So it'll be like one big pom-pom on top of the head. This guy has, the little like kind of mullet going on. So really cool.
Okie doke. So here are some of the very early stages of the shed that we converted into the coop and the run. You can see my husband's putting the roof panels on now. Those are metal panels. So they're bolted right into those 2x4s and super sturdy. Here he is cutting out one of the holes on one side of the shed for the window insert. Now for those windows, we have one on both sides of the shed, kind of right across from each other, just for a crosswind. That shed can get pretty hot, especially here in Florida. So in the process of converting it to a coop, we put those windows in to keep it a little bit cooler inside. You could see some of the hardware cloth panels aren't up yet. We do have some of the sand. One tip about the sand, if you're going to use it in your coop, which I recommend, it's really cool because you can kind of take a kind of like a kitty litter scooper and sift through the poop, and it helps you to keep it nice and clean. You could see the window is in now, and then there's one on the other complete opposite side of the shed. I was really pregnant with my first baby when this was filmed. I just pointed at one of the gutters that my husband installed, but you could see I had trouble fitting my pregnant belly through there. But so yeah, the window is great. It keeps it nice and cool in there. The roof is awesome. Keeps the chickens nice and shaded. My one of my paint Silkies, Sylvia, was hanging out in there with me. She's super cute, a great layer. She's a great mom too. She's great with the little babies. This right here is it's actually a doggy door that we installed, and it opens and closes nicely. So that's how they get in and out in the mornings and at night. I will place that link right here below. And then following that, I will place the link for these windows that we popped right into the shed. They were awesome. They slide up and down. They kind of lock in place. So it's really nice so predators can't get in. And the entire run is wrapped in hardware cloth, and the hardware cloth is buried. So predators cannot enter. Nothing can dig in. It's great. The predators that we have here are mainly, I would say, coyotes, bobcats, hawks, of course. I think everyone kind of deals with hawks, and raccoons. And raccoons have those little hands that can like manipulate certain like easy locks and stuff like that. So you have to be careful. And this right here is our bachelor pad area. My husband built the fence, and that is made out of it's the wood, and then it's chicken wire, because we're not really enclosing that area. So the hardware cloth is for the area that you want to enclose and where you want to keep everybody safe. The bachelor area, we have a little bit more open, so they can come out in free range when they want to. The roosters, they're a little bit bigger, so I don't worry about them so much with the hawks. I just pointed at the slab. We used to have their coop sitting up on that slab. That slab is now gone. But yeah, we used to have a different coop there, and now we replaced them all with omelet coops. A little bit later, I will link those omelet coops. They're amazing. Super predator proof, super safe, super easy to clean. I mean, you could literally hose the whole thing out. It's amazing. Okay, so here is the solar light that we have inside of the coop. The solar panel goes on the outside of the shed, soaks up the sun, and then with a remote control, you can turn it on. I will link that below. It's an awesome light. I also have it inside my run as well, but it works really nicely. It's well worth it. And while I'm at it, here's the link to the shed that we converted into the coop as well. So let's talk flooring for a second. This is the first flooring choice we went with. I mentioned we are now on our third choice. It was peel and stick tile, and it didn't really go too well. Because the chicken's poop would seep into the peeling corners of it, and they would scratch around and kind of peel it up a little bit, and then the poop would get underneath. It would peel up more. I had tiles slipping around, so we ripped it up. And then we swapped it out for a pre-cut linoleum flooring. It's really nice. It's nice and easy to kind of to sweep out, except now I think we're gonna go with sand. I'm not sure if we'll put it right on the concrete or on top of the linoleum. Okay, so this is what the inside of the shed coop looks like. I have some storage and then roosting area with nesting boxes. Most of the Silkies will go up the ladder and roost up here, but if you have Silkies, you already know they love to pile up on the floor as well.
By the way, Irish Spring soap totally keeps all the flies away and keeps your coop smelling pretty fresh. Still will smell like chicken poop, but it helps.
Okie doke, so this is where the coop is now. We still have a long way to go. Like you can see there with the tarp hanging, it's still under construction. That spot still needs a roof. We're adding on to the run, adding some more pens. It's gonna be really exciting. I'm really excited for what's to come. Really quickly, I wanted to leave you guys with the omelet links, the green and the pink coop that you could see right there, and then in the male area we also have another green one. They're amazing, absolutely predator proof. Raccoons with their little hands can't get in. It's just super nice and safe, and I trust them. My whole grow out pen, they all go in the shed coop, but everyone else really is in the omelet coops, and I trust them, and it's they're really nice. So there they are, linked below, and yeah. Okay, so you guys may have noticed, or I forget if I mentioned them, but we have these solar lights on the outside of our run and even outside the coop as well. They're really nice. They're motion censored. You'll see that as I walk up closer, they actually do kick on even brighter, and you can control those, control the brightness, and I think you can control whether or not they're motion censored or not as well. So it's really cool. And then you'll notice in the background behind there, we have the kind of the Edison, I call them Einstein lights. I don't know why, but I do. But the Edison little light bulb looking things, those are also solar powered. There's a little solar panel that you hook up somewhere where it gets direct sunlight and charges the beginning of the day, and then at night, just like the other ones, they kick on. And they're kind of messy right now. They're not strung too nicely as we're expanding the run, but they will be strung nice and pretty again soon. I have those linked below right here along with the other ones. And I just want to thank you guys so much for sticking around, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Alrighty, thanks, bye.